Hello out there. Hi, welcome. Good afternoon. I'm Gloria, and this is Yoga with Gloria. Today we're going to do a full body flow, maybe end up in a back bend, but we'll do a little bit of everything. I like to hit all the family groups. So please remember to subscribe to my channel and like this video, and also share my channel with friends. And I just want to thank all my Patreons who are supporting my ability to make these live streams available for free to everybody. And if you enjoy the classes, please consider supporting me by sharing my channel or by subscribing any amount. You can check the description under the video's description. Thank you. Please say hello in the comments so I know who's out there joining me today. Let's get started. Hello, Jen. Yeah, Jen was early. We got the time changed to 5:30. I'm glad you could make it today. Hi, Fernando Mendoza. Walla Perry. Oh, that's Anna. Hi, Anna. Glad you can try it out for the first time. Sylvia Sanchez. Also first time. Hello. Go ahead and reach up. Tyler and Roseanne and John and Lily and Suresh and Alice. Welcome. Welcome back, all of you. Let's walk our hands out and reach and go ahead and fan out your side body. Other side, you can walk your hand out to the side and just find a little opening up in that side body. Try to keep your sitting bones on the floor. If you're more flexible, you may need to bend your forearm to the floor. Don't overdo this or don't force this if it's enough of a stretch with a straighter arm. Back to center. And we're just going to lift our chest and take the chin back. So bring it forward, take the chin back. So just strengthening that posture muscle that we're always like this. So lift up and take the chin back, kind of like turkey, but you want to keep that alignment in your neck. 2 more times. 1 and 2. And then drop your ear to your shoulder and just breathe in through your nose and out through your mouth. Let your shoulders get heavy. Let your head get heavy. And then you will start to nod your head forward and back. Let's just try to take out some of that tension we often carry in the upper back, neck, and shoulders. So the opposite hand, you can either just set it out or on fingertips to the floor, or some people like to put it behind your back so you feel a little bit more in the front scalings there. Chin to the chest, and then lift and lengthen. Take the back of your neck back. And then go ahead and drop your ear to the other side. And slowly begin to nod your head forward and back. Option to walk your hand out, fingertips, or take it behind you. Trying to erase some of these lines of tension. 2 more nods here. All right. Arms out to the side. Give yourself a big hug and walk your fingertips. See if you can grab onto your shoulder blades, those triangular bony landmarks. Lengthen up through the crown of your head and just shimmy side to side, giving yourself some self-love for just showing up to do a little movement, a little yoga, and release. All right, we'll take 1 twist here. Hand to the opposite knee, lift and lengthen up through the crown of your head. other side. Hi, Teresa. And coming back. And then we just close our eyes for just a minute, connecting to our breath before we flow. So as you inhale, just let your belly expand on the inhale. And then let it relax on the exhale. Trying to take our body from this stress mode into this relaxation mode. Tuning into our bodies before we begin. Nice full breath in and full breath out. And slowly begin to deepen your breath. Nice deep breath. 3 full deep breaths. Inhale all the way up to the collarbones and then hold your breath at the top. Just a few seconds and then open your mouth. Blow it out of your mouth. Again, inhaling through your nose. Holding it at top. Open your mouth. Blow it out. Last time, inhale, filling all the way up, holding it at top. A little longer this time, we're trying to reset our stress, our cortisol levels. Go ahead and take the sides of your neck back. Lift your chest. Do 10 more slow seconds here. And then open your mouth and blow it out. Take your hands in front of your heart, drop your gaze, and take a moment to call up an intention for today's class. And we'll seal that in with 3 ohms, inhaling deeply. All right, welcome, Jawad. And we're going to come into a child's pose, knees wide, hands reaching forward, forehead on the floor if you can. Reconnecting. And then walk your hands over to the left. I like to bring the left forearm straight down and come onto the right fingertips. And then isometrically drag the fingertips back towards your right knee. Keep your forehead down. And then other side, walk over to the right. My right forearm is down, left fingertips up. Forehead down. Isometrically drag back towards the left knee. All right, let's come on to all fours. Spread your fingers wide. Let's do a little cat-cow. Warming up your spine. Drop your belly. Look up. Exhale, round your back. Tuck the tailbone under. Drop your belly. Look up. Exhale, round your back. Tuck the tailbone under. Inhale, look up. Exhale, round. And if you like, you can flip your fingers to face towards your knees for the next few. If it's too big a stretch for the carpal tunnel muscles, you can walk your hands closer to your knee, claw the floor so the knuckles come up, and then lion's breath. Inhale up, exhale, stick your tongue out and let all the air out. Draw the belly button into the spine. 2 more like that. And release. Fingertips face forward, knees together, right leg back, lift it straight up. Opposite arm lifts if you can. Elbow to the knee for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And turn to your left. See if you can catch your foot. If you can, kick it away. And release. Other side. Stretch out the left leg and lift it straight up. So you can just stay here if you're wobbly and you can't balance, especially if you're new to yoga, some of you. Right arm comes forward and just see if you can balance. So it's great firing those erectors in your back, your core, and your balance. If you're able to move dynamically and do some core work, elbow comes towards the knee. It doesn't have to touch. Let's do 8 more. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's turn to your right and catch your foot. Kick it away. And release. Go ahead and curl the toes and press back to downward dog. Wheel pedal your feet, shake your head yes and no, bend your knees slightly, and then try to straighten the right heel down, and then straighten the left leg down, if you can. See if you can shift your heels to the left, find a little side body stretch, keeping that downward dog shape. If it doesn't work for you, you can just keep your downward dog, shifting to the right. And back to center, feet together, right leg lift. Let's bring it forward between your hands for a runner's lunge. Again, some of you are new to yoga. It'll look like this for you. You can grab your ankle and bring it 10 times forward, or you can just come to your knee and set that foot forward and then come up. Okay? And then step forward, forward fold, come all the way up. Exhale, hands in front of the heart. Circle the arms, inhale, look up. Exhale, fold forward. Lift and lengthen, nice flat back. Exhale, fold. Right leg back, left leg back. Hi, Asli, welcome. Come to your belly. Come to your belly, and then from here, keep your feet on the floor. You're going to see if you can lift up in a baby cobra, but then lift your hands up so you're strengthening those posture muscles. And then down. And then bring your hands to the sides. And you're going to come up for Shalabhasana. Lift your legs and your arms. And come back down. One more time. Lift your hands, your arms. And come down. So you can come into your first back a little Sphinx pose on your forearms. Or if you're ready for Cobra, you'll do Cobra. So Cobra, a little higher, so you'll just come all the way up. If it feels okay for you, there's no pinching in your low back. You're pressing the tops of your feet on the floor. Relax the shoulders away from the ears. And if you can, you're going to look over the left shoulder. And then turn and look over the right shoulder. And then you're going to pop back to downward facing dog. Feet together, left leg lifts, three-legged dog. Again, you're going to bring it forward between your hands. You can come to your knees if you need to drag it forward. And then come on up for runner's lunge. And then step forward, forward fold. And circle the arms all the way up. Exhale, hands in front of the heart. So we'll do that one more time, circling the arms. Inhale, look up. Exhale, fold forward. Lift and lengthen, nice flat back. Exhale, fold, right leg back, left leg back. Lower to your belly, point your toes. Find a Cobra, and then downward facing dog. Right leg lifts, bring it forward between your hands. Left leg steps forward. Circle the arms up. Exhale, hands in front of the heart. Circle the arms. Inhale, exhale, fold forward. Lift and lengthen, nice flat back. Exhale, fold, left leg back, right leg back. To your belly or Chaturanga, Cobra or up dog, and downward facing dog. Left leg lifts. Bring it forward. Right leg steps forward. And circle the arms up. Exhale, hands in front of the heart. Okay, this is going to work. This is going to strengthen your posterior chain, your low back, your glutes, and your hamstrings. So it'll help you with any back pain you might have. So keep your feet about outer hip width distance apart. You're going to unlock your knees so they're not bent, but they're not completely locked out. Okay. And then unlock your knees. You're going to take your hips back and your knees back, hips back and knees back. So this is a 90-degree angle. This is too much. So you want to go halfway at the most, okay? Or halfway. So 45 degrees, hands behind you. The weight in your heels. Try to straighten the legs, but don't lock them. Weight in your heels. You should start feeling your low back starting to really brace, really get fatigued. Maybe your glutes and your hamstrings too. Whenever it's too much, just stand straight up. If you can handle more, you're going to rock into your heels, set your hips even further back and swing your arms forward, and you'll feel a lot more load on your posterior chain, that back, that glutes, those hamstrings. Maybe you can even lift your arms alongside your ears. Do 3 more breaths. And 1, and slowly come on down, forward fold. You're going to bend the left knee and you're going to twist to the right. If you need a modification, just take your hand on your back and roll your shoulder back. Turn your torso to the right as far as you can. And then other side, bend the right knee and turn the torso to the left, either with the hand resting on your back or reaching your arm up. So release. And then slowly come up, nice flat back. Exhale, hands in front of the heart. Okay, bend your knees, sink your hips for chair pose. And then forward fold. Clasp your hands behind you if you can. You can use a belt if it's hard for you to do this. Try to straighten the arms, knuckles up to the sky. And see if you can turn and look to your left. Over your shoulder, turn and look to the right. Hands to the floor. Bend your knees, walk, step, or jump back. You can lower to your belly or to Chaturanga, Cobra, or Up Dog, and Downward Facing Dog. Right leg lift. You're going to bring it forward. Let's find a high lunge here. So bend the front knee. That back heel is lifted. So you can stay here, or you can build a little more heat by bending that back knee down and up. So down and up. Building more heat, strengthening the legs, your glutes. Let's do 6 more. 5, 4, 3, 2, and last one. Interlace your fingers over the front thigh and slowly bring yourself down to a low lunge. So pressing into the back knee, you're going to bring your hips forward. Square your hips forward so the right hip goes back, left hip forward. And feel that nice stretch in the left hip flexors, which we all need. Which gets shortened as we sit all day. Most people, anyways. So you can stay here, or you can lift the arms overhead for Anjali Asana. Okay, and then come back up. So from here, you're going to take your right forearm and just rest it on your thigh as you side bend here, opening that side body. So fanning out the rib cage to help us breathe easier. And the diaphragm can move easier up and down. From here, we're going to do a twist. So easy way is just left hand down and find a twist. Harder way is taking your elbow past your knee. Namaste in your hands and finding a deeper twist. And the hardest one is coming up off the back knee to a high lunge twist with the option to open your arms so the arm and the leg resist each other. And then you turn the torso to your right and you release. Step it back. If you can do this with straight legs, go for it. Otherwise, most of you will come to your knees, rock forward, and give me 3 Chaturanga Push-Ups. Elbows come back, strengthening your upper body. 3, 2, and 1. Let's find a Cobra and a Downward Dog. Feet together, left leg lifts. We're going to bring it forward. We're going to come up for a high lunge, crescent pose. So again, if it's hard enough to hold it here, you just stay here. Otherwise, you're going to add to this, build some heat So anything with the arms, I like to take the opposite. As my right knee bends down, I like to take the right elbow forward. So we'll do 6 more. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Interlace your fingers over the thigh, and we'll slowly drop that back knee down. If you need to pad your knees, you can do so. Otherwise, we're going to bring our hips forward, bring the hips, lifting our chest, feeling those right hip flexor stretch. Okay, so you can stay here, or it's harder if you want to take Ujjayi Asana, arms overhead, maybe say a prayer, and release, coming up. So the right hip is over the right knee now. You're going to take a side bend here, lengthening the side body, keeping your ribs and shoulders in the same line as your hips. All right, and then twist. So either the right hand comes down as you twist, or you can take your elbow past your knee here. Namaste your hands. See if you can touch your thumb on your heart on your thumbs. Maybe come on up if you can. High lunge twist. Maybe open the arm. And release. Step it back. If you want to flow through vinyasa, you can. Anytime you're tired, you can drop into a child's pose and join us when you're ready. If you want to rock through vinyasa, chaturanga, cobra, and downward dog. Let's take your feet together. Your right leg will lift. Bend it and stack it. Open up your hips. Look under the left underarm. Lift your knee as high as you can. And then let's bring that right leg forward. Spin the back heel down. Warrior 1. Left elbow over right. Eagle arms. Lift your elbows. Hands away from the face. And then open up into Cactus Arms. Let's clasp our hands behind us. Open the chest. Straighten the arms if you can, or else use a towel or a strap. Humble warrior, resting on the inner thigh, lifting the arms up. Release your hands to the floor and step it back. Downward dog, or you can float through vinyasa, chaturanga, cobra, and downward dog. Feet together, left leg lifts. Bend it and stack it. Open your hips. Look under the arm. The right arm. Bring it forward. Spin the back heel down. Warrior one. Come on up. Right elbow over left. Lift the elbows, hands away from the face. And then open your arms in cactus. Drop your hands, and we'll take the opposite pinky at the bottom this time. So it's going to be a little weird, but you want to balance it. Lift your chest, straighten the arms if you can, and come forward, humble warrior, resting on the inner thigh. All right, hands to the floor. Let's quarter turn to the right. So parallel your feet. I'll just turn around. So parallel your feet. And then fold forward. So if it's hard for you, you can hold on to a chair or a block or something like that. Otherwise, if you're able to, your head can come to the floor and you can bend your arms at a 90-degree angle and have the wrists right under your elbows, resting some weight on your head. Some of you can go up into headstand if you have that practice. Right. Lift and lengthen. Nice flat back. And we're going to quarter turn to your right. And we're going to spin out into warrior two. Inhale, exhale. Come a little deeper. Bending the front knee a little bit, getting a little deeper in that side body. If you're more flexible, you can take your hand from the back leg, maybe swing it around to press down on the front thigh and side body. Only if it feels better. Don't never force. All right, elbow to the thigh here for side angle. And drop your hand to the floor or a block. You can bend and straighten the leg a little bit. Fire it up. Your hamstring. And then you'll stay here. Go ahead and take the top hand behind you and roll the shoulder back. That's your half bind. So feel free to stay here if this is the place that feels best for you. If you're able to do a full bind, go for it. You can lean back. All right. And then we're going to turn this foot in, the other foot out. Come into warrior two, the other side. So taking that knee out and taking the arms up. The back foot is parallel to the back of your mat. Holding a strong warrior 2, and then reverse the warrior. Maybe swim the arm back if it feels better. Elbow to the thigh for side angle. Good. Take your hand behind you, roll your shoulder back. Find a half bind. If you're able to go deeper, drop your hand to the floor. You could bend and straighten. And option to take a full bind if you're ready for that. And release. Quarter turn back. And left hand under your face. I'll do my right. I'll mirror you. Your left hand, my right hand, under the face. And we're just going to turn to your right. And then come back down and turn to your right. Turn the whole torso to the right. Back down and turn all the way to the right. 3 more times. 3, 2, and 1. Good. Other side. Turn the whole torso as far as you can. For 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and last one. And release. We're going to go ahead and hop our feet together. And slowly come on up. Exhale, hands in front of the heart. Okay, so if you have trouble with balance, you might want to go to a wall or a chair or something that will hold you so you don't fall over. We're just going to do a tree pose. So just seeing your balance today. It could be as little as this, just right here on your ankle. Okay, it can be higher. I just don't want you on your kneecap, but anywhere along, if you're able to hold it all the way up there, snuggle it in, and then if you're able to externally rotate your hip all the way out, if you can. Namaste your hands for a tree. Try to find a drishti, so something that is not moving will help you with balance. So keep your chest lifted and rooting your tailbone down. And then if you can, you grow your branches. If you feel balanced, you can take a strap around your foot, or you can grab your big toe and just try to take it out to the side, any amount. Or if you're more flexible, you can actually grab the bottom of your heel, would work better. Keep the tailbone down. Keep the chest lifted. And don't worry if you're wobbly a lot. So your balance is different every day. So it depends. Let's do the other side. Depends on a lot of factors, especially like what's on your mind, if you have a lot of things whirling in your mind. So balance poses are really good to keep you in the present moment. So if you start to wobble one way, you have to pull yourself the other way. so you don't fall over. Again, externally rotating that hip, lifting up, finding your drishti. And if and when you're ready, grab your foot. So it could actually just be like this. This could be your pose, or you can straighten it if you're ready for that. So the straightened leg, especially, you want to take that hip down. Level out your pelvis a little. Yeah, lift. Keep your chest lift. And try to find that calm balance somewhere. All right, hands slowly relax. And we'll shake it out. Shake out your body, bend your knees, and shake out your whole body. So feel any tightness or tension in your body, tightness in your back, your shoulders. Just feel it all come out. If you have emotional stresses, we can wring it out too. We're just gonna just shake it all out. Emotionally, you want to smile. Inhale through the nose and then just let out a big ah. Might seem a little silly, but you're really letting go a lot of stress. Again, smile. Last time, sighing out, big sigh. And just pause and notice how you feel. Feel all of that energy inside of you, that chi or life force energy circulating, buzzing. You might feel like electricity or something. That's great. We just energized and circulated our chi. Okay, so we're going to come on down now. And we're going to open our shoulders. So let's bring your forearms down. The elbows are a little more narrow than your shoulders, or right at the shoulders. So it's a big shoulder opener. It's pretty much just like a downward dog, but on your forearms. It's called the dolphin. So go ahead and press down. And lift up. The head is off the floor. If you can, bring your feet together. If it's too much, you can just bend your knees and come in a child's pose. Otherwise, just for 5 seconds, right leg out. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Left leg up for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come on down. And we're going to come into a pigeon, right leg. So let's take the right knee out to the outer edge. Square the hips forward. Hi, May. I'm glad you could make it. Let's square the hips forward for pigeon. So we carry a lot of stress, emotional stress, especially in the hips. So it's good to do a pose like pigeon. You can stay here. If pigeon is too hard for you, you can always do this one. I'll just show you this one on your back with the right ankle over the left knee. And then you just interlace your fingers behind the hamstring. Yep. So you can do this one or in front of the shin. Works the same piriformis stretch, but it's on your back. So most people are in pigeon, so I'm going to stay here. And you can stay in regular pigeon or you can do a dancing pigeon. I just like to bring my forearms down, pressing down at the elbows. I'm just going to look over my mats on the right side and the left side. Pressing down at the elbows, looking over the right, to the left, the right, to the left. Coming up, you're gonna turn towards your straight leg and bend it. See if you can catch it. If you can catch it, then pull it in for a quad stretch. And then if you can clamp your foot any amount, you might be able to find a little mermaid without falling over, or just practice your mermaid practice. And release. We're going to switch sides. If you want to just switch legs, or you can go through vinyasa one more time, finding your cobra. Left leg lifts. And let's come into pigeon on the left side. Squaring your hips forward. To the left hip back, right hip forward. And just breathe deep into your low belly, or maybe right into the left hip piriformis, middle of your glute there, fanning out. And then you can bring your forearms down, and you're going to turn side to side, dancing pigeon if you like. Looking off your mat, right and left. Coming up, looking. Let's turn towards your straight leg and see if you can grab your foot and pull it in. If you cannot grab your foot, just lay completely on your belly and then try to grab your foot. Should be a lot easier. So if you have a mermaid practice, go ahead and practice just holding that foot and trying to lift the hand up just a little bit, or maybe a lot. Maybe you can clasp and bind. And release. All right, take that back leg forward. And we're going to come into our back bend of the day. So it could either be a bridge pose back bend. So bridge pose is feet are right under the knees, hips with distance, and you can just lift up your hips. So you can stay here in bridge pose or interlace your fingers, walk your shoulders together. Bring your feet together, and we're going to do this later. But for now, you're just going to hold your bridge pose. If you have a back bend practice, Suresh, practice your back bends. I don't know, Liddy can still do a back bend? Okay, let's try. So, oh, Jen could probably do a back bend. So fingertips towards your heels, and then just sit onto the top of your head, and then reset your hands, and then straight up. You can walk your feet closer if you like. You can even come onto your tippy toes if you like. So whether you're in bridge or back bend, see if you can bring your feet together. Maybe lift the right leg for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Left leg, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Slowly come on down. Okay, so from here, you're going to take your feet a little wider, and then you're just going to windshield wipe. So you're going to just, like a windshield wiper, swish your hips, your knees from side to side. Swish, swish into that low back. Okay, and then we're going to take your right leg in and straighten the left leg. So the right knee comes all the way in, and then straighten it. So feeling the back of your right hamstring stretching. You shifted off your mat. Go ahead, back on. So, yeah, hands can be behind your hamstring, or if you want to stretch a little more, you can lift your head and shoulders, and you can walk up your leg to get to the heel, and maybe even kiss your knee, pulling your leg closer to your body, and release. From here, you can grab your big toe, swing it out to the side. I have something in my way. You can swing it out to the side there. You want to try to keep this left hip down. If you can, try not to let your hip rock up. If it does a little, it's fine, but not a lot. Okay, and slowly bring it back. So the knee back into your chest. You can take an easy twist here, stacking your pelvic bones and twisting. You can move your arm up. It feels good. Just make these little circles side to side. And if you want, you can straighten the top leg. And release. Back to center. And draw the left knee into your chest. And then straighten it. Interlace your fingers behind. Option to climb up your leg if you want to go deeper. Lift your head and shoulders. Give your knee a kiss. Pull it in. And release. If you're more flexible, you can grab your big toe and take your leg straight out to the side. You don't have to grab your big toe. You can always just take your elbow to the floor and hold your leg up any amount, right? So, again, you want to keep this right hip down. Take it back up. Draw the knee into your chest. You're going to stack the sitting bones up one over the other here. And find a side, find a twist here. And you can take these half circles, or these quarter circles feels pretty good to me. Up and then back out. Or you can do a half circle if that feels good. Yeah, quarter circle. And then you can also straighten the top leg if it feels good to you. Okay. So it's just about time here. So you can sit on your legs. If you like, you can press into the elbows and bring your chest, sternum straight up for fish pose. Resting on the top of your head, or let the head dangle. Either way should feel good. And when you're ready, you'll just kick your legs out for Shavasana, or if you want to do Supta Baddha Konasana, the soles of your feet will come together, the knees out wide. You can bring one hand on your belly, one hand on your chest. And then just going back to your breath, like wave breathing. Inhale, feel your belly rise like the ocean wave. Inhaling, belly, ribs, and chest rise, and then they fall. Belly, ribs, and chest rise on the inhale and fall on the exhale. As you surrender to your practice, you can straighten the legs if you like, or you can roll over to one side. Close out the class with me. So any comfortable seated position. Inhaling through your nose and out your mouth. And just notice how you feel in your body after your practice today. Notice how moving your body in yoga, asanas, helps not only to feel good in your body, but calms down your mind and your whole state of being. With that, let's take our hands in front of our hearts, and we'll press our hands into our heart center, and we'll smile and feel blessed. And smile, and notice when you smile, your heart smiles with you. And spread that happiness to all the cells in your body. So with gratitude for our practice here together in the virtual world, let's offer one Om to seal it in. Inhaling deeply. Namaste. Thank you so much. I hope you enjoyed the class. If you did, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. And the newcomers, Sylvia and Anna, how did you like the class with me? And also, please help me by supporting my channel, helping us reach 500 subscribers on YouTube. Tell your friends about it. And you can also help me by supporting me with any amount with Patreon or PayPal. There's information under the link. Thanks, everybody. Remember, I stream now. You guys voted 5:30 p.m. Pacific time, Sunday, Tuesday, and Thursday during quarantine. Be safe. See you next time.